Part 3 1. What's the influence of reading on people? Reading affects our way of thinking and education. For example, for me, I read to relieve stress and or be able to absorb more different informations. Maybe before I set foot somewhere, I read important things to know about that place and then learn from myself so as not to be surprised. In short, reading affects us quite a lot in life. 2. What is the difference between newspapers and magazines? The difference between newspaper and magazine is that newspaper present recent issues and other information in a formal and objective matter, whereas magazine focus on specific subject and includes article, interviews, and current issues on the same. 3. Do you think headlines are important? A headline is the gist of the whole news. It is important because it helps the reader to identify the nature of the news so that they don't have to go through the whole news to understand what it is about. The headlines appeal to the readers and they read the news below if they find the headline interesting enough. Newspapers usually carry shorter headlines which are also to the point, but many newspaper readers do have the habit of running their eyes through all the news irrespective of the headline. 4. Which is more important, domestic or international news? Actually, I think they are equally important in our life. Domestic news is obviously important because those afraid have a direct impact on our life. On the other hand, international news is very interesting as they can help me enrich my horizons. Therefore, I don't want to lose track of either of them. 5. How have newspapers changed over the last few decades in your country? In the past, newspapers have been really hot, but in the last few decades or so, there has been a significant decline in its readership, and also that the most people source of daily news because of the introduction of TV channels and of course the internet. In fact, both the television and the internet bring news to consumer much faster. So now people do not read the newspapers as much as in a few decades before. 6. Do you think the government has the right to censor the press? Definitely not. I think it's our right as human beings to have access to all information, whether it's looked for the governments or not. I believe we are entitled to freedom, so government should not infringe upon that. Moreover, I don't believe that they know what's better for us. All in all, I am not a fan of government censorship at all. I cannot see the positives. 7. Do you think electronic media will replace traditional one? This is entirely possible. First, electronic media are extremely convenient. We can use it whenever we need it, and it's convenient to carry it with us. Secondly, compared to traditional means of having to use paper, we can protect the environment more with electronic means. Every time we produce paper for use, we have to use a lot of trees, which has very harmful to environment. And if I'm going to get rid of two kind of means in electronic or traditional one, I'm going to pick electronic media for its practical benefits.